Let's read some Glitch in the Matrix stories. Part 101, Ghost Admirer. When I was 15 years old, weird things began happening around me. It all started one day when I felt this presence in my room. It wasn't angelic, but it didn't feel demonic, so I kind of just wrote it off. And before you ask, yes, I know how angels and demons feel. I can tell you many stories. The more I felt the presence as weeks went on, certain things stood out to me. It felt male and young, around my age, and neutral. I told my friends about it, and whenever something weird happened, they would joke about it being my ghost boyfriend, and I would just laugh it off. The name Ben stood out to me, so that's what I called him. Now, I should probably tell you that my parents are pastors, and anything not angelic is not welcomed in our house, so I knew better than to just let spirits that don't belong linger, but he never felt harmful to me. Of course, I never mentioned anything to them, and he never did anything around them. Actually, he never left my room while I was home. That should have been my first warning, as he stayed far away from my parents. But he never did anything to me, so I just let him be. Apart from things not being where I left them or never feeling alone, the freakiest thing that happened was feeling someone sit on my bed some nights. Other people were not so lucky. Anyone who said something insulting about me at school was met with accidents. Nothing horrifying, just they would trip out of nowhere or something random like that. It was funny until it escalated to friends as well. One time, a friend said that I should keep my creepy ghost friend away from them while taking something out of the trunk of a car, and I literally had to catch the trunk lid before it came down on her head. Another time, a friend was saying how stupid we were to believe that Ben was real and that she didn't believe in any ghosts. She tripped down the stairs as she finished saying it. My other friend and I, who were right in front of her, had to catch her so that she wouldn't fall. She was freaked out for the rest of the day because she said it felt like someone pushed her from behind, but we were the only ones on the stairs at the time. A lot of other things that happened did not happen at home. He followed me everywhere except for church. If anything happened to anybody, I would tell him to leave them alone, and they never had any issues again. Still, for some reason, I never made him leave me. It all came to a head one day while I was in my room listening to the radio and dancing. Ben was kind of like white noise for most of the time, as he usually is at home. I felt him in the corner of my mind, but I was good at ignoring him. All of a sudden, I felt him behind me, and I felt breath on the back of my neck. I had goosebumps the size of eggs on my arms. The most ominous feeling came over me. This was the first time I actually physically felt him, other than the few times I felt my bed dip as though someone sat on it. My heart was beating out of my chest, and it was the first time in 6 months that he was around that I felt scared. I just had this knowing feeling that if I brushed it off again, it would only get worse. For some reason, I just knew deep in myself that I had to face him physically. So I turned around despite my fear that I may actually see a physical being there. I didn't see anything, but I knew he was there, and I was face to face with him. I said as firmly as I could, "You have to leave. You are not welcome here anymore." Now, I'm from the Caribbean, and we don't get cool breezes in the summer. A breeze like out of a freezer blew past me and towards my closet bedroom door. I never felt Ben again. The only person I told about what happened in my room was my sister, definitely never my parent. In hindsight, I should have put him out the moment that I first felt him, but teenagers can be dumb sometimes, you know? That ghost really liked you, sister.